Hey, it's Steve with Clever Ducks, and today I'm going to show you 5 pro tips to unleash the greatness that is Microsoft Teams. So let's just get right into this, and tip number 1 is let people know you are talking to them. Maybe you're in a conversation with multiple people, somebody you know is away from their desk, but something in that conversation needs to go straight to them. Well, it's really easy to alert that person you've made a comment that needs their attention. And as I go down here to start typing a new message, you'll see I can type @ to mention someone. So we're going to call this the @ mention. So when I hit the @ symbol, you'll see people start popping up, but I can also just start typing people's name. And there's Brad, who I want to talk to. And now Brad's name pops up here, and I can just say whatever I want to say, hit send, and Brad will get alerted that he's been mentioned in a conversation. Well, how do you know if you've been alerted, or you want to see all of your alerts? That's pretty easy also. Just go over to your activity, hit the filter, the 3-dot menu, and then choose mentions, and then there's every person that's mentioned you. All right, so now that we're communicating better with people, let's go ahead and go to tip number 2, which is use quick steps to save time, use commands to save time. What am I talking about? It's all about this bar on the top of Teams. You can actually just put your cursor up there, hit /, and you will see a list of all sorts of quick steps that you can use in Microsoft Teams. So if you want to set your status as away, you can just do / away. And you can see now it says your status is being set to away. You can also do /. How about available to change that back to available? So really get used to what you can do in this command bar, because it really is a time-saving feature. Now, you can also, as a really cool quick tip, say I'm in my Teams, I'm in this general, I'm having a conversation, and I just remembered I need to message Brad something. I can go up here, hit the @ symbol, and actually choose a person. I can just start typing, and I can type a message right there, hit enter, and you'll see it's sending my message. I don't even need to go to them. I can actually just send it right from that bar up top. If that is not saving time, I don't know what is. And with that, let's go on to tip number 3, which is staying organized with favorites. Every one of these messages, as you hover over them, is going to have a menu pop up, and one of the options is this 3-dot menu. When you hit that, the first option there is save this message. If I hit save this message, and then let's use that command bar again and do / saved, you'll see I'll get a list of all of the messages that I've saved. And once I've responded to them, I'm done with them, I can actually just hit that little ribbon, and it will go away from my saved messages. Another way to stay organized is that you can actually now share messages in Teams to Outlook. So what do I mean by that? Here we have this message again, this meeting is canceled. You know what? I invited somebody to come to this meeting, and I need to email them that the meeting's canceled. I don't want to forget that, or I just want to do it right now. No problem. Inside of Teams, I can hit that menu again under more options, share to Outlook, and it's actually going to pop up an email that's going to run through my Outlook. I can and there's my to, and this can be to anybody. It doesn't have to be somebody in your organization. And there you go. And then we can send that away. And now Brad will know that this meeting has been canceled. All right, that's tip number 3, staying organized. So tip number 4 is schedule like a boss. So with our calendar option here, we do have a meet now and a new meeting option. Both of these are great ways to schedule either impromptu meetings or meetings that are going to be happening in the future. But what if you could schedule right out of Outlook? Well, guess what? You can. One of the great features inside of Teams is if I go to my Outlook calendar and I start a new meeting or schedule a new meeting, I have 2. So the nice thing here is I have 2 of the team, so I can have the whole team at Clever Ducks get this invite. And I'll just call this test meeting for the sake of this video. And then you see right here, there's a button that says Teams Meeting. I hit that button and now a little window pops up, or a little notification. Teams Meeting details will be added after you send this invitation. That's right, as soon as I send this invitation, everybody that gets the invite will actually have the link to the Teams meeting in the body of this email, and then I'll be able to run a Teams meeting. So the way you schedule like a boss is you can use Outlook, all the features of Outlook, and still make that a Teams meeting. You can do your recurrences, you can do everything you need to do inside of Outlook and still make it a Teams meeting. That is how you schedule like a boss. And now let's go on to tip number 5. And tip number 5 is one of my favorites. It's collaborate with others using Microsoft Office applications, including Word and Excel. You don't even have to leave Teams to use those applications. All you have to do is hit Files, and then you'll see you have some cloud storage here. As a matter of fact, on the right, you'll see a whole bunch of documents that you've already been working on. If you have this connected, under cloud storage, you'll see the word OneDrive here. If you don't have that, you can actually just hit add cloud storage, log into your OneDrive account, and it will pop up right here. If you have Microsoft Teams, you have Microsoft OneDrive, so don't worry about that. You can click that, and you can see right in OneDrive, I can hit new, Word document, Excel workbook, PowerPoint presentation, OneNote notebook, or forms for Excel. And so say we do a new Excel workbook, we'll name it test. I'm going to create that. And now we have this test Excel document. I can do everything I need to do here. I can add comments. I can open in a browser if I want. I can download the full version to my desktop. So now I can go over, start a message, say to Brad, who tends to be our best friend today. And you'll see down here, there's a little paperclip. I can hit that. I can go to OneDrive and I can find that test right here. I can share, and now Brad will be able to access this Excel document right here from inside Teams. We can collaborate on it together, chat about it inside of Teams, even have a video call if we wanted to talk about it. That is productivity at its finest. And all right, I know I said this is going to be 5 tips to unlock Teams, but I'm going to give you tip number 6 as kind of a bonus tip. Let's look at this apps button. That's right, Teams has a whole bunch of different applications that it can integrate with. So by just hitting this apps button in the lower left-hand corner, you will see hundreds of different applications that you can actually integrate with Teams. Now you might be using some of these might become applications you use because of functionality. I can tell you in our office, we use this fun app called Polly, and this is for polls. So if we want to order lunch for the office and want to know what everybody wants, we can send a Polly over to them and we can get a poll from them. But this has a lot of fun functionality, so you can actually just add this to Teams. It's worth going through the apps. If you're using Asana, for example, for project management, you can add that to your Teams. Evernote, SurveyMonkey, all of these names you've probably heard, and you can integrate directly into Teams with these applications. So tip number 6 is integrate into Teams so you don't have to leave. It increases your productivity. And there you go, 5 tips to unlock the greatness that is Microsoft Teams. I hope that was helpful, and we'll talk to you next time.